Good morning, class. So, this is our new chapter, chapter 5, Sole Trader. First, meaning and definition of sole trader. Sole trader is a person who carries on business exclusively for himself. He alone establishes the business, arranges its finance, manages its affairs, and bear all its risk. He acts both as the owner and manager of his business. However, we have already discussed about the sole trader or sole proprietorship in the previous chapter. So we will continue with the characteristics of sole traders. These are single ownership, one-man control, no legal entity, unlimited liability, no profit sharing, small size of business, no legal formalities. This is the simplest, very simple, very easier form of business organization than the others, because there is single control over the business. It is owned and controlled by a single person only. No legal formality required. The law makes no distinction between the proprietor and his business. In the eyes of law, business and business person are the same. In case if owner dies or becomes insolvent, the business will discontinue. It will dissolve. Fourth point, unlimited liability. It means proprietor is responsible to pay all the outsider debts from his personal property in case of heavy losses, or if his business property is not enough to pay the all outsider debt. In this business form, no need to share profit of business. It alone shared by the proprietor. Generally, the business of sole trader is small in size, and generally no legal formalities are here regarding the sole trade. The next point, formation of sole trader business. It is very simple, and we have already understand about the legal formalities. However, the sole trader must be a person competent to enter into a contract. It means he must be a person above 18. He must be not lunatic. And objectives of sole trader business. These are to create self-employment. It is also the supportive organization of Mr. Prime Minister Atmanirbhar Bharat. To create self-employment, to utilize funds. If a person having any funds in his pocket, then he can start with, he can be start either a street hawker as a street hawker, or as a salesman, or as a pan wala, as pani puri wala. If he is having more capital, then he can take a building on rent, and then he can start a business for garment shop, or bangle shop, etc. independent living, to serve customers, equitable distribution of wealth. In this case, this business firm helps in the distribution of income and wealth among a large number of people. It avoids monopoly and concentration of wealth in a few hands. Because in India, so many persons are involving in the sole trade, as you can see in your city also. Some merits of sole proprietorships are easy formation. A sole proprietorship can be set up easily and quickly. No legal formalities and expenditure are involved in the establishment of proprietorship. We have already discussed. However, some specific kind of business required license, like in case of wine shop or medical shop. And second point, motivation to work. Because of having all the profit in the businessman inspired himself. Businessman motivate himself for a good work. Because if he does not so, he has to bear all the losses of business. Because of a single ownership, he can take any decision. He is completely free to take any kind of decision and quick decision. No one will interrupt him. Independent control. And all the business affairs are under control of businessman. And there is no need to share the business information with others. So the complete secrecy stay with the business. And businessmen directly touch with the businessman having the direct touch with the customers also. There is a flexibility in operation. He can be changed the size of his operation according to the need and his ability, skills also. It is very economic in nature. Either he can do the business alone, or he can appoint a specialized person or some servants or helpers. 9th point, minimum government regulation. In the sole proprietorship business, it is free from government regulations. Easy to dissolve. Because of absence of legal formalities, it is easy to start and easy to dissolve. It means easy to end the business. And social utility. Sole proprietorship provides an opportunity for gainful self-employment to persons with limited money. So many persons in India who are unemployed, they can start with limited capital a sole proprietorship business and can get the good advantage to grow up the business and increase their wealth. However, some demerits of sole proprietorship are as follows. In this case, you cannot easily grow because of limited capital resources and limited managerial ability. Because most of person who start the business as sole proprietor having the limited managerial ability, because no one person is complete in nature. Anyone can be good in sales as a salesperson, and any person can may be good in the purchase the goods or identify the goods. Some persons are good in the marketing, some persons are good in the customer dealing. So there is a lack of managerial ability. Unlimited liability also a demerit of sole proprietorship. In case of heavy loss, he has to bear all the losses of business. And uncertainty of life. Suppose if businessman suffers some illness, so due to illness period, he has to shut down his business for a period. And in case of death of businessman, a good business also comes to an end. And limited scope for expansion because of limited managerial ability and limited capital resources. A businessman, an owner cannot grow his business with the sole proprietorship form. If he want to increase or extend his business, then he has to transform his business as sole trader to partnership or joint stock company. The next point is suitability. In which case a person can be a sole proprietor or the merits will be fulfilled by a person. These cases are where the market is local or small scale retailers, like some personal attention of the needs and preferences of customers, like tailoring, beauty parlor, etc. Personal skills needed. Some frequently selling, like artistic jewelries, some health clinic, okay, and so on. Social utility of sole proprietorship. You can read this topic. An important thing, point number 5.9, expansion of sole proprietorship. There is no need to learn this topic or read this topic. However, you can read this topic for your knowledge. And the last topic, causes for survival of sole trader. Sole proprietorship has its own areas of activity and continues to exist in spite of the development of bigger organizations like partnership and joint stock company. The main reason for a survival of sole proprietorship concern are given below. Because of human inertia, it means a business may continue to remain small even though expansion is possible and profitable. This happened due to inertia like laziness or inaction on the part of proprietor. The proprietor may be satisfied with the existing scale of business or he may have a fear that expansion will result in loss of freedom. So in these cases we will discuss about the causes for survival of sole trader. Sole trader, why sole trader will is not growing in nature. तो कुछ तो एक इंसान की प्रवृत्ति होती है जो थोड़ी डरपोक होते हैं लोग, कई बार आलसी भी होते हैं, और अगर कुछ अच्छा सा रिजल्ट उनके हाथ में आ जाता है तो उसके बाद वो मेहनत करना बंद कर देते हैं. वो कहते हैं इतने में ही ठीक है. कुछ लोग डरते हैं कि अगर और अच्छा करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि जो अभी मिल रहा है वो भी ना मिले. दिस इज कॉल्ड ह्यूमन इनरेशिया. Second point, personal motivation. There is a single person only, so he has to motivate himself by doing hard work. has to take personal interest in improving the efficiency of business. Third point, desire for independence. An entrepreneur may prefer sole proprietorship if he wants to enjoy complete freedom of action. Desire for exclusive control of business and to avoid outside interference may avoid admission of partner. That's why uh, generally the sole trader not extend the business or not convert the business into the partnership and joint stock company. Nature of market. Where demand for a product is limited or fashion change quickly, small firms enjoy an advantage. Similarly, where the necessary raw material and demand are both widely scattered, small firms are able to serve better than large firms. So in this case, where the regular change in demand and direct customer touch, the sole proprietorship firm are much useful than the other form of business organizations. The next point is need for personal attention. When attention to individual tastes or spatial preferences is necessary, scale of operation tend to be small. Where quality, variety, and attention to detail are important, the small firm often has an advantage over its large competitor. Like tailoring, photography, and painting are example of such industry. So these are the important point for this topic, and you can read also the next points. This chapter is end now. These are the small chapters because these all chapters are the part of a single unit. Okay, and the problem of these chapters we will discuss in the next live class. Okay, goodbye. Good morning, class. So this is our new